clear and build on what Mr. Lynch is saying here. First of all, this is just preserving the existing programs that Americans are already depending on and are speaking loud and clear. In fact, the polling shows this week that 2/3 of Americans are completely opposed to the cuts that Doge and Elon Musk have put on these programs. And I hear people in this chamber every single day trying to claim that they're not impacting real Americans, that these are just paid protesters. Well, let me tell you, I was in community after community in my district over the last couple of weeks, and I had people show up crying, people saying that their cancer treatments could be terminated if Medicaid goes away, people who say they will lose everything. They will not be able to put a roof over their head or food on the table if these cuts go through. People who are frightened by what they see is the absolute attack on their civil liberties and free speech and their freedom. And I actually went to the Social Security office in my district last week and was denied entry and told to call a regional office after I had an appointment, and spoke to people who are waiting, who have literally been waiting for days and weeks because Elon Musk has crashed the Social Security system, firing people. Their computer systems are down. Our call centers are completely overwhelmed, and people cannot get appointments for months.
Ladies and gentlemen, patriots of this great nation, welcome back to the channel where truth still matters. And we call it like it is. If you love freedom, if you respect our Constitution, and if you're tired of the radical left running this country into ground with lies and manipulation, you're in the right place. Today, we are reacting to an explosive video from a mainstream media titled Marjorie Taylor Greene rips Democrats to their faces for lies and divisiveness. And folks, she absolutely nailed it. Let me tell you, I watched that video, and I couldn't help but cheer. MTG came in hot, and she didn't hold back. She did what Republicans should have been doing a long time ago, calling out the left for their blatant emotional manipulation, their misinformation, and their utter disrespect for the intelligence of the American people. Exactly, Marjorie. Exactly. The Democrats are up their cry on the floor, talking about people crying in their district and claiming Elon Musk is crashing the Social Security system like he runs a government. Are you kidding me? Since when did billionaires like Musk get to decide government staffing or Medicaid policy? That's pure fantasy. But the left knows exactly what they're doing. They're spinning emotional stories to tug at the heartstrings of voters. Why? Because they can't win on facts. They know they're losing the battle of ideas. So they go full-on soap opera.
This is what's happening in America right now. And that is why I introduced this amendment, to protect those programs and to fight for the American people and to fight for the programs that we know they depend on so that they can survive. I yield back.
Mr. Chairman.
Ms. Greene.
Hi. I'd like to point something out that our Democrat colleagues know this, because they did reconciliation before when they were in charge. And you know, it may be hard for some of the freshman Dems to understand, but this is not a policy debate. That's not what reconciliation is. This is a budget process. And so for the American people watching at home, our Democrat colleagues are sitting here trying to score points and spread more lies and divisiveness about Republicans in order to spread more garbage across the country. But this is about budget, Mr. Chairman, and this committee is trying to do serious work, and we need to stay focused on budget, and that's for the American people. And it is very serious that's what we remain focused on here in our work on oversight. And the Democrats know that provisions must be carefully crafted because they did it before, and it has to be scored by CBO to be included in this budget bill. And that's what we're trying to do, Mr. Chairman, and I just wanted to point that out for the people watching at home so they are not swayed by this entertainment today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Mr. Chairman.
This right here is the worst kind of political theater. Nobody is saying people shouldn't get cancer treatments. What Republicans are saying is, we can't keep writing blank checks with money we don't have. We're $34 trillion in debt, and these Democrats want to keep spending like there's no tomorrow. That's the truth, folks. That's what this entire charade was. They're not trying to have a budget discussion. They're staging a performance. One big sob story to paint Republicans as monsters, when in reality we're just trying to balance the damn budget. And I love how Marjorie reminds everyone this is reconciliation. It's a budget procedure, not a policy overhaul. But leave it to Democrats to turn a boring fiscal debate into a circus. Let me be real with you all. What the left doesn't want to admit is that this kind of reckless spending is what's driving inflation. It's why your gas is up. It's why groceries are through the roof. And it's why your kids and grandkids are inheriting an economy buried under national debt. And they have the nerve to say we're the ones being divisive? No. What's divisive is weaponizing the government to push radical agendas. What's divisive is censoring voices that disagree. What's divisive is turning every single issue into race, gender, or equity politics instead of dealing with real economic problems. I'll say it loud and clear. Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing what few Republicans have the spine to do: stand up and fight back. She's not playing nice. She's not sugarcoating. She's saying what millions of us think every single day. And guess what? That scares the hell out of the left. Because when someone finally stands up and tells the truth that the government is bloated, inefficient, and hijacked by leftist ideology, the fake narratives start to crumble. So here's the takeaway. Patriots, do not fall for crocodile tears. Don't let the media guilt trip you into thinking wanting fiscal responsibility makes you heartless. It doesn't. It makes you wise. It makes you responsible. It makes you American. We can have compassion and a balanced budget. We can help people without turning the government into a socialist money pit. But that takes honesty, not propaganda. Thank you for watching, fellow patriots. If you're sick and tired of the spin, if you believe in truth, liberty, and common sense, hit that like button, share this video, and make sure you subscribe. Marjorie Taylor Greene stood up for us. Now it's time we stand up with her. God bless you. God bless our troops. And God bless the United States of America.